Right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a truly incredible story about the raw mechanics of resilience. We're looking at a young girl named Lily. She lived in a tiny rural house with her mom, who worked absolutely grueling hours cleaning houses just to put basic food on the table. We're talking extreme poverty here. But despite having almost literally nothing, Lily had this massive, seemingly impossible dream. She wanted to become a doctor. And we're going to see exactly how she managed to turn that unbelievable dream into absolute reality.
It's honestly mind-blowing when you compare her physical environment with her internal drive. On one hand, you have her harsh daily reality. Every single day, Lily walked kilometers to get to school, completely without a proper backpack or even textbooks. She'd actually write her lessons down on discarded scraps of paper she found just lying around the village. But here's the thing, her internal drive, totally untouched by that lack of resources. She studied incredibly hard and consistently came in first in her class. It's a huge reminder that your environment doesn't have to dictate your output.
Section 1, the spark of determination. Let's look at the tragic catalyst that changed everything.
So the real turning point in Lily's life was a moment of deep crisis. One day, her incredibly hardworking mom fell severely sick. And because of their poverty, they just couldn't afford a doctor. Zero access to medical care. Watching her mom suffer like that, Lily felt utterly helpless. But instead of letting that completely crush her spirit, it actually fueled her. Her goals suddenly expanded from this personal childhood dream into a rock-solid mission. She vowed right then and there to become a doctor specifically to help poor people who couldn't afford care, making sure nobody else would have to feel that exact same helplessness.
Moving on to Section 2, defying the doubters. Because obviously the obstacles didn't stop there.
This next part perfectly captures her grit. When the sun went down, Lily couldn't just flip on a desk lamp to study. Her tiny house had absolutely no electricity. None. So what does she do? She improvises. Lily spent her evenings outside studying under a single village streetlight. That little pool of light literally became her personal classroom. Talk about dedication, right? It just proves that if you have a powerful enough goal, you will find a way to make it work no matter what basic resources you're missing.
But it wasn't just the silent barriers of poverty she had to overcome. She had to battle the vocal, direct mockery of the people around her. As she sat out there under that streetlight, people in the village actually laughed at her. They'd look her in the eye and say, "A poor girl can never become a doctor." Think about the psychological weight of that for a second, having your own community tell you that your goals are basically a joke. But Lily, she let that doubt bounce right off her. She simply never gave up. And over time, that relentless dedication seriously paid off. Looking at her journey, we go from her childhood evenings under that village streetlight straight into her teenage years, where those phenomenal grades earned her a scholarship to a medical college. Now, medical school was exceptionally tough. It's tough for anyone. But whenever she hit a wall, she remembered her mother's sacrifices, and that memory fueled her to push harder than ever. Finally, after years of unwavering grit, she did the impossible. She graduated. She officially became Dr. Lily.
Section 3. Return to the village. This is where a deeply personal promise is finally kept.
You see, the moment she got that degree, Lily didn't just take off for a lucrative job in a big city. She went straight back to her rural village and opened up a small clinic. Honoring that vow she made when her mom was so sick, she started treating poor patients completely for free whenever she possibly could. And remember all those villagers who laughed at her under the streetlight? Yeah, they were completely stunned. Lily didn't just heal their physical ailments. She proved to every single doubter that dreams absolutely can come true if they are fueled by enough hard work.
Bringing us to Section 4, the power of perseverance and the lasting impact of her journey. From the very day she opened the doors of that clinic, Lily became a living symbol of hope for her entire community. She showed everyone that no dream is ever too big. And really, this brings us to the core takeaway of this whole explainer. Never, ever let your circumstances define your future. True perseverance is having the sheer courage to keep studying under that metaphorical streetlight when the whole world is insisting it's impossible. It's about using grit to drag a dream right out of your imagination and into reality.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, take a moment to really consider Lily's triumphant journey. She had scrap paper, a dim streetlight, and a fierce, fierce love for her mother. That was her toolkit. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what is the streetlight in your own life? What resource, however small, weird, or unconventional, can you utilize right now, tonight, to start applying that same relentless dedication to overcome the obstacles standing between you and your own impossible dream?